Hello guys, welcome back to SSA Performance. On the dyno today, we've got a Glanza in for a tuning session. We've had a bit of faults of it so far. So we had a GFB boost controller mess up on the dyno the first tuning session. We got it all on and the GFB stopped working. So we have to get a brand new GFB and that's working now. What else have we done? So basically when we're doing the dyno session, the brake starts sticking on the dyno. So what we have done is take the brake calipers off, push back pistons all the way, and we're not using the brakes at all. We're just using the dyno as a brake at the moment because it was better to set fire on the brakes because it was just sparking everywhere. It just stinked to brakes. So that's the first thing we've done. Now we're starting to get a bit of boost out of it. It does have a 1 bar spring in it, 1.2 bar. We're getting about 230 brake and it's dropping down to about a bar. So we don't know what's going on there. So Sean's going to figure out what we can do to make a bit more power and sort that issue out. Everything else seems fine except from an expansion bottle. The coolant is rising from the expansion bottle for some reason. It's happened twice now, so we just put some more coolant in it because it was no coolant in the expansion bottle. So what's going on? Because that should not be happening, and it's going all over the rollers.
So, Sean has just said that he thinks the head gasket might be on the way out. The second thing as well, the brakes were sticking, so both sides are red hot. This side was sticking that bad where it was on fire. Dan hasn't recorded that because he panicked and went, ah, ah! So, apart from we've solved that, but the fact that the expansion bottle keeps popping off isn't a very good sign, and it's made a lot less power than they normally should do when they're forged this sort of boost pressure and this sort of setup as well.
We should see around about 280,
275 to 285 is where they normally are at this boost pressure. Anything more than that is a good engine. We didn't build this engine, did we? No, we didn't build this engine, so we don't know what internals the guys use, what bearing clearances he's done, what head gasket he's running, we don't know. But from the signs we've had, so the symptoms on the dyno and the fact that the power isn't where it should be, where we want it to be, head gasket might be on the way out. So we've had better days at SSA. I'm sure we'll figure it out though. Right guys, so it is the next day at SSA. We've had some time to think about this car. Sean reckons it's not the head gasket that's gone because if I bring the camera this way, we will show you. We've had head gaskets here, go here before, and they are still pressurised the day after. This has got no pressure in. As you can see, there's no pressure in the radiator. So Sean thinks that it's possibly head lift now, not the head gasket's gone. We spoke to the customer. He wants us to go ahead and change the head bolts in the car because they are OEM, and Sean reckons they might have stretched. We don't know if they've been reused or not. So the customers give us the go ahead to put a new head gasket on, skim the head, new head bolts. So hopefully next time you see this car on the dyno, it makes significantly more than 250 brake. What was it, 1.2 bar?
1.2 bar at like 240 horsepower, which is
very low.
Very low, as you already said.
Sort of boost, yeah. My personal car is running the same boost pressure and it's 280 horsepower, not forged. So this should be making at least 280 up brake, up to 300. So that's the update on this car. And then if you come over here, we've got our good customer Zach rebuilding his head. Me and Daniel just seating the valves. We've got another car here which has came in for a link fitted and matte. We've had to do a couple of things on this today. Changing injectors to some Subaru ones, which Dan will show you down there.
Yeah, they're all being flow tested and they'll be marked 1, 2 and 3 and 4, which way I have our flow tester, which we always do. Bang on the readings as well. Sean's also fitted a link monsoon to this car as well, which the customer Tyler wanted.
It's done. The minis on the ramp, We've had to change some...
oh yeah, no one's actually seen on YouTube, it's had a full respray.
Oh, they're new to this. Oh.
Yeah, they're new to this.
So the full respray, if I pop the door for you guys, it's had a nice, lovely retro interior fitted.
Yep.
New dash upholstered, etc, etc. This was on here because the gear linkage was like a hot dog in a hallway. So we fitted some new gear selector bushes, and that's that for this Mini.
Oh, the head is now off. Took off the dyno, and just quickly took the head off quickly. Found that the head gasket's fine. It was going on every cylinder. If you look on the block.
Yeah, sorry Dan. So it's gone between every single cylinder. You can see the marks on the block itself.
Every single one.
Every single one. However, the head gasket condition itself
is fine.
So, as suspected in the video, we did say, so the head gasket's gone on its head, it's lifting the head. And because the head gasket condition is okay, it's just took the paint, like the protective coating off. Either the head bolts haven't been tightened down enough, or the wrong bolts have been used.
Yeah, no, it's the right. It's ARP 2000s.
So, okay, so we've got ARP 2000s in there, but the head's been lifted. So the only reason why that could happen is either the head itself is warped, or the head bolts haven't been tightened down correctly to the correct torque specs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we didn't actually build this engine or this head, guys, it's down there. So that's why we thought at first it was the head gasket, but after we've just shown you guys, the most likely problem is the bolts weren't torqued down correctly.
Yeah, because you're talking in the wrong sequence, or head's not being skimmed or pressure tested.
Yeah, we did say this has a Cometic head gasket in, and they never have ever gone for us or any of our builds. The head gasket's never gone with the Cometic.
Never had one.
So it makes sense, to be honest, that we've pulled it out, and it does look like this. So could you reuse this? Yes, we're not going to, obviously, because you know you can see the wear marks there, and there. But
Matt Berry user.
oh, I'd use that on my own car personally. But as you can see, the camera's not focusing very well. But as you can see, it hasn't actually gone. It's just lifted it up slightly.
Yeah.
So hopefully, with a new head gasket on and a clean up of the block and stuff.
Yeah.
Correctly torqued down, this shouldn't happen again.
It'll be fine. We're gonna obviously get the head sent out to our machine shop. Always does a good job.
Yeah.
Skim and pressure test it, make sure it's all good to head. Because obviously it's been lifted, and obviously we've been doing 4th gear flat out on the dyno. Luckily it's not melted a bit of the block, of course.
No, the block looks in very good condition.
Yeah, you can feel like if you rub your finger, obviously you can tell if it's melted a little bit, but it's fine. It would sort of a straight line.
And the score marks on the bores,
They don't look too bad.
no, they look wonderful. Looks very good condition.
But
so yeah, we're kind of happy that the of the condition of everything, because it just shows that what something can happen if you don't tighten down the bolts correctly.
Yeah, so we'll be back to you when the head is being sent back and when it's all back together.
Yep.